Hey everyone, it's a new day in PixARK and we've got lots to do today, so let's get started. While I'm talking to you just for a few minutes, I'm going to run over here and get some wood that we need. But I wanted to talk to you first thing about when the last episode we talked about how we got a new map for our tribe and for our bunch of friends who play together. So we have heard a lot of people needing that information because apparently they are playing on servers that are as bad or just as bad or worse than the one we were on. It was terrible. There really was no place to move away from danger. We were surrounded by doomland and desert and swamp. We had just a tiny little bit of green for us all to move around and put our different homes and bases. There just wasn't any space that wasn't in disaster. So with a lot of study, a lot of research, looking into it, Rav and I and Steffi Rabbit Heart, we finally figured out how that we could do that. There are different people talking about it on the forums and things. So Rav did all the hard research, figure out all the hard stuff about it, which I don't think it is if you follow instructions well. But if you would like to get on a new map and try to get a better map, I'm going to put the directions, the tutorial. She wrote a wonderful tutorial. I'm going to put those down in the description below. And be sure, if you know of anybody else that's having problems with their server, share it with them. Because you know what? It's not fun to play on a game where you're constantly dying at the very beginning, which in ARK we did. But you do gradually get to the point that you can move out and build a base, right? So yeah, I mean, we were not able to move. We were completely surrounded. We even had our rafting adventure. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Yay!
Oh, jeez, what's that thingy?
I think
Oh!
yeah.
We dodged the bullet, guys!
Oh,
Ah!
wow!
Be careful not to go too. If you go too fast and crash into the sides, we will be knocked off.
Oh, look at those beautiful.
Oh, no, no! What?
What?
Oh. No! Yeah, I mean, gosh, we tried to get out of that place. We tamed pterodons, we tamed coyotes. No, not coyotes. We didn't even have any coyotes, but raptors. We tamed a lot of argents. I'm not kidding. We tried our best to get out of that danger zone, but it just didn't work. So we did find out how you are able to go into creative mode on your single player game, and you can find a good map. It takes a lot of work to find a good map. There's a lot of bad maps, but very few good ones apparently. Look at my house. Isn't this pretty? I'm so excited. I've been working on this for a couple of days, and a couple of days, and it's just kind of finally coming to what I was wanting to do. I think you kind of change your mind as you build, and it's really easy to build. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, guys. Okay, so what you need to do, go in the description, and Rav gives a very good explanation tutorial of how to go about if you have a seed that you have found a beautiful, nice world like we have, and want to revert it. Either you or your admin will be able to do that for you and for your group that's playing on your private server. So if you liked it, if you enjoyed doing it, if you used it, let Rav know in the comments below, because I know she would really be glad to. It would tickle her to death to know that people were using her tutorial. All right, so let's get busy with the rest. What we're going to do today is start a thing of the day. And every episode will have something that we're going to go into detail talking about. So we'll have a thing of the day. So our thing of the day today is the land soil privilege markers. So let's get going talking about that. We have these things in the game that are called soil privilege markers. Here's level 1 soil privilege marker. It looks like this. And you can see it has a border, a light border that shows you the area and that it is covering. And what it's covering it for is to keep you safe. You can craft the little markers themselves in your inventory. Let's go ahead and do that. You go to craft, and then you would put in your search soil, and you'll see there are 2 markers in my inventory. There are actually 3 markers. There's the original one, the level 2, and then there's another one that's called level 2 in your Ingrams, but I'm thinking it must be level 3. And so what you do is you craft a soil marker, and I'm going to go ahead and craft one of these. I have one in my toolbar, but I wanted to craft one and show you how to go about actually crafting them. And while we're in my inventory, what you use for fuel, it says for fuel, but what you use inside your soil privilege markers is these items called privilege certificates. Privilege certificates, it says, extends soil privileges for a certain amount of time. So what that ends up doing is it helps you be able to keep your building safe, and also anywhere where this light beam is showing the area that it covers, no one is able to mine the dirt and the soil or anything, any of the rocks or anything around your base. So the way the levels work is this is the level 1, and you can see it's a very, very tiny area. Oh, I was going to tell you, in order to get your certificates, privilege certificates, I know for sure that you get them in the quest machines. When you see the little quest machines around in the world, you do a quest and you get, one time I got 10 and another time I got 30. So I think it might have to do with how difficult the quest is, possibly, how many certificates you'll get. So what you do is let's put this new one down that I just have to do my backspace. Backspace, if you push backspace, that takes away your UI. So we put the certificates in my number 7 in the toolbar. So I click on that. Let's go in this mode so we can see what we're doing. And so what we've learned is if you kind of put it at a corner of your building, it will cover that corner, and that way you can, looks like I will need 4 in order to cover my entire building. But you place it by left clicking your mouse. So to access your marker, your sign, you say access inventory, you open up and you will see there's a place to put your fuel. So let's take one of our privilege certificates, put it in as fuel, and you'll see then you have the button that says privilege start. So you want to start your protection. You click that and that shows you have an hour of protection. And so if the more you put in, it will continue to use your certificates. Like if I put in another one, it does add time. So you can put as many as you want, and over time you won't have to worry. As long as you have certificates in your marker, then the time will tick down though. So let's take a look now at this box, and you'll see, so over here, this box is a 10 by 10 by 10 area. This is the level 1 marker, 10 by 10 by 10. The level 2 marker is 20 by 20 by 20. So you can see the difference. So, and I have 2 of the level 2 markers so far on around. Ooh, we're getting a thunderstorm, guys. Ooh, if we get struck by lightning, we may pass out for just a few seconds. I don't think you can die from lightning in this game, but unless, like, if you're flying on a pteranodon, do not fly on a pteranodon in a thunderstorm, because you can die, because it will stun your pteranodon and you'll fall. So anyway, okay, let's get back to this. This is the other marker that I have here. So you can see by looking how much area of my building is covered by these 2 markers. So see, I would even need probably one more marker to cover 1 or 2, I guess. Looks like I need 4 to totally cover my whole entire base. But though I could figure out, I could probably maybe use 2. 2 might cover the whole base. Yeah, if I position my markers correctly, I actually might could. And then level 3, I'm thinking level 3 might be 30 by 30 instead of 20 by 20 blocks. What do you guys think? That's what I'm thinking. Probably that makes sense. And you can go in and you can see the lines that show where you're covered. And see here, it's overlapping coverage in this little square right here. So that's how those markers work, and the lines just drive me crazy. So one thing that you can do, you can go over to the sign, and you have the option of close border emitter. And if you click that, that will take your lines off. So that's well, I'm so glad they did that. So let's do that. Now, yesterday I put down one of these markers and came back in this morning and closed the emitters off. Came back in this morning, they were on. So I don't know if that's a bug or if somebody just turned them on by, not knowing what it meant, possibly. You never can tell. So anyway, to see that's so much nicer. And while we're looking, let me show you my house. I guess you were able to see it while I was running around here, but let's do an official tour. It didn't take me very long to do this much, but this is all basic, really kind of starter materials, so fairly easy to get. The reddish color is clay. The black, darker color is stone. So my whole house is pretty much made out of early on materials that you can get within just a short time once you've logged in and started playing very actively. We do have some storage boxes. I have my workbench set up here. This is going to be kind of the working area for all my workbenches. This cute little table here, look at all that. Isn't that cute? Let's get out so you can see just a little bit better. Let's take our UI off. Isn't that cute? This is the dye station. Look at all the different, it's made out of a paint palette. Isn't that neat? All the different colors of the paintbrush and everything. The workshop has all the work tools, the saw and the hammer and the wrench. And then we have storage. So this is going to be the work area right in here. Here's a candle that I had to put on the floor. I'm very sad about that. I wanted to make like a little cubby hole, and I made the candle thinking it would go up in this little cubby hole right here, but it won't let me place it there. That was very disappointing. Isn't that a perfect place to put a little candle? So maybe they'll fix it. It seemed like the only place I could put the candle. I tried putting it on ground. I've tried putting it on benches, on tables, and the only place it's allowing me to put the candle is on the floor. So on a foundation or floor. So anyway, that's the inside of the little building. Let's go outside. Is it still? Oh, it's still storming. Maybe we can see. You can see I've got light when I walk. That's from the little firefly on my shoulder named Bridie. Bridie has become my constant companion. I take Bridie everywhere. If you get struck by lightning, Bridie will fall off your lightning bug will fall off your shoulder. But and then you can get it and pick it back up. The lightning doesn't hurt you too badly. But anyway, this is our little deck off to look out into the water. Isn't that neat? Isn't that fun? We have a really nice view of the lake. And this lake extends around it. It dead ends here, I think. Or it may extend on around there, but then it extends to the left, and Colt has his base over there. We'll definitely do a spotlight on his base when he gets a little bit further along. And then out this side door, when you go out, you have stairs leading down, and this area will be the gardening area and where we can go fishing, and we'll have a little dock to put a raft and all of that. So we have lots of plans. There's lots to do. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the house so far that I have. There's so many things to do. It's like you don't know what to do first. So today we got to talk about how you are able to make a better world for you and your group So don't forget, if you use Rav's tutorial, be sure and comment and tell her thank you in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching today, guys. It was so much fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you so very, very much. That's it for today. See you next episode. Bye.